Half an hour cafe. Exterior, busy street. Timeline, present.
Charlie Christensen, stop right where you are.
Charlie Christensen, however, does not stop. He runs with a purpose, knowing the exact route he's going to take to get away. He slips into Stuffy's, a sub-shop housed in the bottom of an old brick 3-story building that also supports an upscale restaurant club on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Cut to Charlie runs past the customers ordering their food, slips behind the counter, and heads up a back stairway that leads to the kitchen of the upstairs restaurant. As he winds his way through the kitchen, he grabs bread rolls and stuffs them into his pockets. He then finds his way to another staircase that leads to the roof of the building. Once he reaches the top, he lay on his stomach at the edge of the building. From there, he sees the crowd of bewildered people, the knocked-over tables, and the detective who is pursuing him. He can tell the detective is headed into Stuffy's. Charlie takes a bite of the bread roll and runs to the other side of the building, jumps a short distance to an adjacent rooftop, and gets to a doorway. He pulls out a key, unlocks and opens the door, and then closes it and locks it. Cut to Charlie runs down a spiral staircase and gets to the 2nd of 3 floors. He pulls out his key again and slips into an empty apartment. He drops the duffel bag onto the floor, unzips it, and gazes for a brief moment at large piles of cash nestled inside. He takes a few deep breaths and laughs to himself. Charlie puts the duffel in a closet and pulls out a pair of pants and a shirt. He throws them onto an old radiator and heads to the bathroom. He then pulls out a bottle of shaving cream, a razor, and hair dye out of another smaller bag he was keeping inside an old army jacket and looks at himself in the mirror.
Sure could use a cup.
Charlie then pulls out the bottle of hair dye and opens the faucet. Interior, World Cup coffee. A close-up of water transforms into hot steam coming out of a latte machine. The machine finishes foaming up the morning drink. Hands craft an image of the earth and the letters WP in the foam. Camera follows barista as she carries it to the counter to present it to her customer. Exterior, World Cup coffee. A small coffee cafe created of an old auto repair shop is beginning to light up as the sun settles into the horizon. String lights brighten a black iron fence that surrounds a patio with about 10 tables and customers eating meals and sipping a variety of coffee drinks. 3 haggard-looking men are sitting at a table. They are longtime regulars at the shop. One is in his 60s but looks older. Another in his 40s, bald, wearing a faded fedora and sporting a sad, defeated face, while holding a guitar ready to play. The third man is handsome, Middle Eastern, but unkempt, with a 15-year-old blazer wrapped around his too thin body. His teeth are stained from smoking unfiltered cigarettes for years. He's smoking one with a full ashtray in front of him and a book about Stalin's daughter Svetlana, pocked with many dog ears, on the side table next to his coffee cup. Another man is at the table reading tarot cards to students. He has the look of an aging rock star, long hair, stone jewels, a vest, and a hard-worn 65-year-old face. They're talking politics and smoking cigarettes.
The problem started with Reagan. Once he started squashing the unions, the middle class was on the road to hell. No more 2-car garages and mom staying home to take care of the kids.
Yeah, Reagan started it all. Hey, dude, did you get that sink you were looking for that remodel job?
No, because the asshole said he found another place at the last minute and isn't renting it.
Shit, did he sign a lease?
No, should have done it. Now I gotta repost the damn ad.
Exterior, World Cup coffee. A neon sign flickers. World Cup coffee and ice cream. Interior, World Cup. The coffee shop is half full. Students from a nearby university are huddled around laptops, tablets, smartphones, and books. Professionals finishing the day with a latte are getting in precious free time before heading home. Outside, patrons are relaxing at tables and speaking while leaning back and sipping coffee drinks. They're taking in the summer breeze that is cooling off what had been a hot day. Cody, a 34-year-old man who looks as though he's dressed smartly in the morning only to become frazzled and unkempt this late in the day, hurries in. He approaches the counter where Dave, a barista and the owner of the shop, stands. Dave is short, tightly built, light reddish hair, and a trim beard. The 4-leaf clover image on his green t-shirt reflects his Irish roots.